Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're discussing quants. We'll be taking a look at the macro view where the bear market is heading for quants and where I think the next bullish market could take that price action. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out, linked in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Let's jump right down into today's video, kicking things off with the bear market picture for quant. So as we can see here, we've got a limited amount of candlesticks. We haven't got a huge amount of data, but we can see that we have bottomed out at $40.10 back in, I think this is June 2022. This is basically a fantastic run that it's had to the upside, and prices held up incredibly well ever since. We are still technically in a bearish structure on our daily time frame, as we can see down here as we continue this move to the downside. But it does look like the bottom in the bear market is in for quants. That does not necessarily mean that we do not have to or do not have the ability to enjoy cheap prices for good dollar cost averaging opportunities. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anything lower than $100 on quant seems to be really good value. At the point of recording this video, we are hovering around the $85 level, and we are in a pretty aggressive sell-off at the moment on this one, and I still expect us to kind of move down a little bit more from here. I think my main target was about $64, but let's go ahead and just sense check this for now. So let's go ahead and pull this across. What we're going to do is we're just going to move this into that high. I'm just going to check that wick high there was a high of 165. So we're almost there, 165. There we go. Okay, so we wicked up there. We can see here that we are still targeting down here. Yeah, it's actually a little bit deeper than that. So we have the potential to find good support in and around this range down here, retesting this low. This might seem crazy to some, but this is a 55.4 to $68.2, right? So that's going to be where we find, I think, the truest value at the moment for quant, right? This is where we're heading. That's not to say that we can go straight down here, because I don't think it will be a straight drop into this low for quant. I expect us to have a bear market rally in October. We'll probably be looking at retesting the 200 exponential moving average. At the point of recording, this is about $106. We can see, though, that we are in a bearish structure, and that remains very much true. We are still coming down quite aggressively even today. Ultimately, though, I do expect a bit of a green month. You can see on the stochastic it's oversold on all of the time frames, so we are looking for some progression to the upside to be had here. So I am thinking that we are likely to see this kind of play out a little bit, bounce up, and then continue this move to the downside at a slightly later date. Ultimately, we're in a very active pattern. There's no real big impulsions, and what I mean by that is no big trends from an Elliott wave theory point of view. A lot of overlapping structures are basically indication of short-term correctiveness, but there are some smaller term micro movements which are impulsive, as in we can see zigzag patterns inside those larger movements. Ultimately, this one here looks like it's quite aggressive in this move to the downside, and I expect that we are probably going to be triggering an impulsive movement within this last little section here. So let's go ahead and sense check it. We're actually coming down to the 1-to-1, so no, we're not. So again, just a zigzag patterns, not impulsive, as we can kind of see right inside here. So for the most part, we just continue to do this a little while longer as we kind of edge our way down closer to where the maximum value is. Like I said, dollar cost averaging under $100 seems to be the wiser idea, and I will be looking to add quant into my own portfolio, but I'm going to be waiting a little bit more, because I do think we are likely to see slightly cheaper prices for quant in the kind of short to medium term. Obviously, October I expect will be green. We'll see a bit of a bounce, I think, but for the most part, we'll continue this move to the downside afterwards in like November, December, and then I think into 2024 we'll be ready to kind of see some decent progression to the upside. But yeah, that's kind of where the bear market sits. Let's go into where I think the bull market could take quants, right? So Again, Quant USDT pair, this is a weekly chart though, and Binance is still our data source, right? So if we have bottomed out here and we still see ourselves in this little area, you can see here at the moment the area of support that we're looking to find is basically $84 to $94. You can see that on the weekly. It's possible that this comes down just a fraction further, as I can say right into here, for example, which will be 678.9, just a little bit deeper there. It's possible, but for now, we're right inside that sweet spot for a bounce, in my opinion. Ultimately, from here, we can see that we have got progression or potential progression to the upside. And if we do come down towards that kind of $68 level, and I think I'm going to take a $60 flat area for the case of this video, because I do think we're going to be somewhere between 55 and 68. So I'm going to take 60 as a nice mid-ground area for that one. Here we can see that there's going to be progression to the upside, where we could see Quant come up into this little range here, $340 to 513. This is basically retesting that previous high, as you can kind of see right here. Now, it's possible that we get an impulsive break to the upside, which would put us at about $1,000, or just short of $1,000 at 998. Exactly. That would be our 1.618 target range. So I'm going to go ahead and tag this up here with a 1.618. There we go. And I clearly lost that on a different time frame, but nonetheless, that's kind of where that's going to be. In fact, I might see if I can bring that back. Can I? Yeah, we go. So for Quant here, I think we have this idea that if we are to stay within our corrective structures, then we have the idea of moving up towards 340 and 513. If we go ahead and get impulsion, then we can go ahead and see a trend move up towards $998. This may be fantastic to hear from myself, whether you're thinking it's going to be a kind of a 460% or 752, or whether we can go after about a 1500%. Ultimately, the percentage gains here could be very, very good, but we do need to see the structure for that move to be able to confirm it. At the moment, we do not see such a structure, and I haven't got the candlesticks here to really give a longer term predictive capabilities for Quant. It could be that actually we are going to be targeting out 1,000 or higher, but for now we can't really see that from the chart. So we have to be a little bit conservative, but if we do start to see a trend-based pattern, we could basically be looking at significantly higher returns on our investments for Quant. Ultimately, I do think that Quant is well positioned to do incredibly well. We just need to see a little bit more in terms of demand coming in, and obviously a reason to see that supply shrink. I'm going to leave this video right there though, guys. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.